Well, howdy, church. This is Roger Chance here, the facilities director here at Heights Church. And once again, we're doing another Summit Up Devo, and we're hoping that you're enjoying these devotionals. And today, I get to continue the thread of the Holy Spirit. And we're going to talk about how the Holy Spirit equips us. Now, the verses I want to use today is from 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 7 through 11. And it says, a spiritual gift is given to each of us so we can help each other. To one person, the Spirit gives the ability to give wise advice. To another, the same Spirit gives a message of special knowledge. The same Spirit gives great faith to another, and to someone else, the one Spirit gives the gift of healing. He gives one person the power to perform miracles and another the ability to prophesy. He gives someone else the ability to discern whether a message is from the Spirit of God or from another spirit. Still, another person is given the ability to speak in unknown languages, while another is given the ability to interpret what is being said. It is the one and only Spirit who distributes all these gifts. He alone decides which gift each person should have. Now, that's great because everything we do, once we accept Christ, we all have a calling, and God equips us to do that calling. Now, I remember when I first joined the church, I took a spiritual gifts test just to check it out, and mine was, as probably most of you who know me, was the gift of serving and leadership and teaching. Those two, I was like, okay, I'm not really sure. The serving part, I had that one down. So, we're given these gifts not just to go ahead and make ourselves look good. We do it to strengthen the church, to build God's kingdom. Now, with this ability to serve, I've been serving here at the church in the facilities department, and I'm now the facilities director, where I take care of everything around here at the church. And God gives me these abilities and these gifts to go ahead and equip me to do my job well. I give God all the glory for everything I do here. I love my team. We all glorify God in everything that we do. And we like to go ahead and talk about God in the process. Now, one of the other things that I had was the gift of teaching leadership. And so when I was only a year and a half in, God called me to go ahead and lead a men's group on what it's like to be a godly man. So that was one of my biggest passions because it was one of my biggest hurts. I had been put down through a custody battle and everything in the court. I did not know what am I supposed to do. So when I accepted Christ, I wanted to dive into figuring out what is it to be a godly man. So I decided to go ahead and we went, I had a group in Celebrate Recovery, and we went to a movie and we saw the movie Courageous. And when we got done with that movie, God told me he wants me to lead a group of men in this study. And I'm like, yeah, right. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing here. Why am I going to do this? But I followed his promptings and I said, okay, if he's going to lead me to this, he's going to get me through this. And so we went ahead and we started this study on courageous and how to be a godly man, a godly father, godly husband, and just what God is calling us to in general. And it was a great study. And the first day, I'm sitting up there, and there was like 50, 60 guys, and they were my mentors that were out there in the audience and new people. And it was very interesting to go ahead and come up. And I spent hours preparing to go ahead and do this. And then I thought I was going to get cold feet. And so I got standing up there in front of all these people, and all of a sudden, the Holy Spirit took over and gave me the words to say. And I had prepped everything I was going to say. Spent hours putting this together, this presentation. And just in that instant, when I asked the Holy Spirit, say, hey, I need your help to get me through this. The Holy Spirit came and gave me the right things to say, the right way to go ahead and be vulnerable, to open up to all these men. And everybody shared, and we learned a lot. And we had, by the end, we had 35 guys sign the resolution of being a man. And it was a very cool deal. And it was just a good example of how God can go ahead and call us to something, and we lean into Him, and He equips us for it. He'll give you the words to say. He'll give you the tools to do it. He gives you the abilities to go ahead and succeed. But we have to lean in and trust God. And you get those gifts when you accept Christ into your life. And the Holy Spirit will guide you throughout your entire life. You just have to lean in and trust God's got you. And we use those gifts for His glory and not our own. So, church, I love you all, and I'm so glad that we're getting back into service again and seeing all your shiny faces again coming in on Sundays. And so we just wish you all well and to have a blessed week, and we'll see you next time. God bless.